Most families don't realize their parents need help until something serious happens. Recognizing the signs early can help prevent emergencies and help your family to make decisions from a place of calm before you're in a crisis situation. Hi, I'm Ana de la Cruz, and today I'm going to share with you 7 signs that your aging parent may need help. Number 1, trouble managing medications. So you may notice that a parent doesn't remember whether or not they've taken a medication, has a hard time managing all of their prescriptions, getting them refilled on time, or maybe they have extra refills building up, which is a sign that they haven't taken their medication as frequently as they should. They may also be missing doctor's appointments and have other sort of medical signs that they aren't managing this well on their own. Number 2, frequent falls. So this can be incredibly dangerous or deadly for elder adults, and falls are actually the leading cause of fatal and non-fatal injuries in people over age 65. And after the first fall, your fall risk doubles. So this is really something to pay attention to. And if you notice that any of your parents are having a hard time walking stably, has a fall, that's something to really get checked out, looked into, and see if mobility can be improved, or try to understand what's happening and make changes before another fall happens. Sign number 3, bills not getting paid. So this also happened to one of my parents, where it came to be known that not all of the bills were being handled on time, not for a lack of finances or not being able to pay the bills, but simply because it became too complicated. It became a logistical chore that they could just no longer kind of keep up with and track and figure out how to do. And so if that's something that's happening to your parents, that's a sign that perhaps their cognition is slowing down, they're having a hard time, they need help, maybe in this area as well as others. Sign number 4 is increased isolation. So you may notice your loved one is pulling away from friends and family, or doing less of their normal activities, not leaving the house as much. This can be a sign that something is changing, that they're maybe trying to cover up some of their deficiencies, they're having trouble doing the things they normally do. And it's also unhealthy for elderly adults to be in isolation, both for their mental health, but also for their own safety. People need to know what's happening and how they're doing, and be in touch with them in order to make sure that they're safe. And number 5 is memory changes, which is related to the last sign, but it's in and of itself a category that happens many times and people aren't really sure how to address, because we all know that memory changes as we age, and sometimes it's hard to tell, is this just old age? Is this simply forgetting things, or is this actual cognitive decline? So these are things that you can have evaluated, and it's important to just think about the context of how have the changes occurred. So what was this parent like before, and are they forgetting things a lot more frequently? Are they forgetting really important things? Is short-term memory affected more than other longer-term memories? That may mean that there's some cognitive decline happening, and you may want to look into what kind of supports your parents need. Sign number 6 is the house begins to become unsafe. Wherever your parent is living maybe has too many stairs, there aren't proper guardrails in place, they need assistance with bathing, or there's a risk of slipping and falling. Things like this need to be looked into, so again, the fall risk doesn't increase for your parent, and so they can continue living safely as long as possible. Perhaps certain precautions need to be put in place, or maybe they need help from a caregiver to manage their living situation. Sign number 7 is difficulty managing daily tasks. So this could be things like bathing or cooking food. I know, for an example, I've experienced one of my parents who was a very, very exceptional cook at one point. I get to the point of not being able to cook a basic meal and relying on fast food, or maybe even you're seeing things go moldy and go bad in the refrigerator or on the counter. That's a frequent sign of cognitive issue that really needs to be addressed. And managing other tasks like laundry, cleaning, basic things within the household maybe start to slip. And that's a sign that you need to look into what kind of support your parent needs. Maybe it's just a caregiver coming in once a week or a couple times a week, or maybe it is reevaluating where they're living and getting them more full-time care that involves health. But whatever it is, if you address these things early and you recognize the signs, that's going to be so much more helpful for you, your family, your parent involved, because you can make the decisions not under pressure, with calm, research your options, and really make choices that ultimately benefit everyone in the family. All right, thanks for listening. If you enjoyed, please follow me below and check out some of the other resources linked. Thanks a lot.